Welcome to the STARS program, seniors taking active roles in society. And now, here's your host, ANITA FINLEY.
Everyone wants to know about how we're going to be more kind. And I saw this great press release that's called World Kindness Day. And I thought that was so fascinating. So I'm thankful to have EVELYN HUYNH, who is a fitness coach. She's a wellness coach. She just helps people with lots of things. And she's in Orlando now. Where do you normally live,
EVELYN? I
Evelyn?
normally am in between LA and Ottawa.
Oh, okay. That's pretty interesting. All right, so you're down here in the nice summer weather, right?
Yep. It's beautiful here.
It is. So tell me about what made you want to do stuff with mind, body, positive nature. Did that come from your family? How did you get like that?
Yeah, I love this question so much. So, I guess it kind of roots a little bit in the family. So just so that you know a little bit about me, I am a first-generation Asian Canadian. So my parents immigrated to Canada after the Vietnam War. And so growing up, my parents they weren't well off. They kind of had to build everything from the ground up. So I grew up on a lot of fast food, things that were just cheap. So growing up, I was a little bit, on the chubbier side. At 5'3", I was weighing around 197 pounds. And so growing up, I struggled a lot with bullying, cyberbullying. During the time that I was in high school was when social media started coming up, like Instagram, Facebook. So there was a lot of people hiding behind the screens and kind of, making others feel down about themselves. And so from there, I then branched into, I got, personal training, fitness, and so build up the confidence from that end. So I think that's kind of where it stems from, my own experiences and struggles with the bullying and the body image.
And so are you thin now?
Yes, I am fit. I am healthy, mind, body. Yeah, I'm at the point that I wanted to be at.
That's great. And so consequently, you sound like you're very much of a motivational speaker. And does this come from certain kinds of food you eat, or is this certain supplements you take, or is it just natural for you?
I wouldn't say it was always natural. Now it's just, energy for me. It's I'm just always happy-go-lucky, but it wasn't always like this. Food choices definitely have a huge toll on your huge. Sorry about that.
You're in a noisy area, I gather.
We were only able to move around a little bit. But yeah, so in terms of your food choices, it plays a huge role on how you feel from the inside out. So your food choices play a huge role on, your emotions, your energy, and everything about that.
Yeah, it does. It's very important. And do you deal with older adults, or are you generally talking to people, baby boomers, or younger than that?
So I started off as a personal trainer, and as a personal trainer, you're kind of taught to work with anyone and everyone, right? Everyone needs fitness and health coaching. Everyone wants to feel better in their bodies. So I actually worked with people from age 16 all the way up to age 69.
That's interesting. So
yeah.
So you have to really use different methods, but it's really I think for me anyway, it's people who are highly motivated that can stick with something. But as a coach, do you visit with them more than once a week, or how do you do that as a personal trainer?
Yeah, so I actually branched out of personal training and started doing something called online fitness coaching. So as a personal trainer, you are really limited on how much support you're able to provide your clients, because most often you're working in a gym that has specific rules and regulations. So you're kind of trading time for hour. You are working with a client for maybe 1 or 2 hours a week. But what happens to the client after the session, right? You're not taking care of their nutrition. You're not, checking in with them. And so you have those 2 sessions a week that they're getting support, but then they go back home and, maybe they're eating junk food, maybe they're binge eating or emotional eating. And so they're not getting that support. So that's why I branched into online fitness coaching, because I was able to work with my clients all around the clock. I was able to give them a training program, a nutrition strategy that they were able to follow without me having to be with them in person.
Very smart. Yeah, I like that. So how do you do online fitness? How do you do that?
Yeah, so online fitness coaching. Fun fact, I actually now do business coaching for other online fitness coaches. So as a fitness coach, I realized there was just such a huge issue in the market with a lot of people working with women or just working with anyone in terms of fitness and health, but weren't actually qualified or had the education or the experience. And my number one mission in life is to help as many women feel good in their body and skin as possible. And so I realized that as a fitness coach, I was really limited on how many people I could impact. But as a business coach for fitness and health coaches, I can teach them my exact strategies to kind of transform their clients' lives. So to answer your question, in terms of online fitness coaching, what this entails is you have a coach who, knows all the ins and outs about your history, your fitness and health goals, and basically creates a customizable, individualized program for you to follow. So this program could either be a training program that you can download an app and they can go into the gym and then follow this app. And then afterwards, they'd be able to message you on a messaging platform and ask you all the questions, get on a phone call for support, and that kind of thing.
I see. Yeah, that sounds... Do a lot of people do this, or is this a unique idea?
It's so funny that you asked me that, because when you are in the industry, just like every industry, right? When you're in the industry, it seems like everyone's doing it because you're in a bubble. But when you come out of that industry, you realize that no one really understands what online fitness coaching is or what the online space is. I mean, we've only really had a big boom in technology and social media since, 2009? So it's only been about 10 years. So, a lot of the older generations are having a hard time to grasp that there's people making money or creating impact in the online space.
I see. So you do this, and do you have a blog also?
I don't have a blog right now just because writing is not one of my strong suits, but I am on Instagram, and I make a lot of videos every single day providing value, fitness and health tips, that kind of thing. And I'm also on YouTube.
I see. Wow. Well, that's that's really interesting. So you're, and so you have. Where's your family still live now?
So my family lives in Ottawa, Canada, which is the capital, but not many people know where that is.
Oh, I know where Ottawa is. It's. I was there actually. I took the train to Ottawa. As a matter of fact, when I was. Yeah, it's really a beautiful place.
Wait, where did you take the train from?
It took the train from. Let me see. Where was I? I'm trying to remember now. What's your capital? Ottawa's the capital, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Right beside Toronto.
Yeah, so I think I took it from Toronto, now that you mention it. Toronto to Ottawa. Is that possible?
Yes.
That's
it's
what
very
I
possible.
did.
It's only 4 hours away. Yep,
yeah, and it was a very fast train. I was on a press trip, I think. That's how it happened. It was really very interesting. Beautiful country and everything to get by there. So are you still a Canadian citizen?
Yes. Still a Canadian citizen. I'm only temporarily in LA, just because I have some family over there, and I have a lot of clients over there. So I'm kind of back and forth between LA and Ottawa.
I see. Okay, well, this sounds really wonderful. And so you're in Orlando now, and tell us what you're doing there.
Yeah, so I got invited to a 2-day business workshop called Hustle and Flow, which is, an immersion program for those in the wedding industry. And I got invited along to be a community collaborator to, work with the guests for them to ask me questions and stuff. So I'm kind of here just to share my expertise and knowledge in terms of business and, helping women feel comfortable behind the camera in their skin and that kind of thing.
I see. And so, so are you you're not dealing then with the older adults. You're really dealing with what, people, millennials, or who what's the age group of people who you deal with?
Millennials, for sure.
Right. And of course, see, as a gerontologist, my whole show is on baby boomers and seniors. And so these are the children, and the grandchildren, actually, of everybody. But you know what? I think, and you can correct me, Evelyn, I think when you're motivated and have energy as a young person, it carries forward right into your later years, don't you?
I 100% agree with that, and that's why I love starting working with people, the young. One of my goals is to be able to work with children even younger because of my experience with bullying and stuff. You, as a child, you are, taking in, you're a sponge to your entire environment. So what happens there, the things that people tell you, the things that they say completely affects you in your later years. So what I've noticed now with a lot of baby boomers that, I've coached or worked with is that a lot of them have, a lot of inner child wounds from childhood trauma. And trauma doesn't always have to be anything crazy. It can just, be like mom and dad spanking you or something like that. And that's why I think it's so important to start off with the young so that when they get older, they have all the tools to be able to, live it for your life, both mentally and physically.
Okay, that's perfect. No problem. So, all right, I think that you're making probably not new waves because this is the whole thing now with baby boomers. But, they're also big into, though, social media. And I have to tell you, I think that there has to come sometime, especially as much as you're trying to motivate them. I think social media, like anything, if it goes extreme to the right or to the left, it's not good.
Yes.
Don't you agree?
100% agree. Yes, 100% agree.
So how do you get people to put down that that phone or something for even 30 minutes or an hour? I mean, it's funny. Sometimes I forget my phone and people say, I could try to call it. I loved it. I didn't have it for 2 hours. It was wonderful.
I also love this question. So for my clients, something that I make a very non-negotiable in their day-to-day life is in the morning. I really in the morning, I suggest everyone do this. Don't give attention to your phone the first thing you wake up. Give yourself attention. I am so sorry about this.
What is it? What are we hearing? Sounds like
you are hearing a truck.
Okay.
I tried to move over to something quiet, but there just keeps being people.
That's all right.
Yeah, so in the morning, I always suggest people giving yourself time before you give yourself to everyone else, before you give yourself to social media, before you give yourself to your mom's messages, before you give yourself to everyone else. So I always encourage, 30 minutes to an hour, do your morning routine, go to the gym, go make your breakfast, go meditate, go read a book.
Yeah, good advice. Well, this has been very cute. I'm so glad that I got you on, even though it's 15 minutes, but 15 minutes of fame. So Evelyn, my guest is Evelyn Quinn, and you pronounce it Quinn, but it's Huynh, and
yes.
She is a wellness coach, and she's just terrific. And I'm so glad that you came on, and good luck with what you're doing there.
Thank you so much, Anita.
Okay, you're welcome, Evelyn. Bye.
Bye.
I want to talk a little bit now about the Boomer Times 23rd Boomer Expo Extravaganza. It is coming up soon, Tuesday, January the 28th, from 10 to 4 p.m. And where's it being held? It's being held at the Pavilion, which is at the Seminole Casino. For those of you who haven't been to any of our Boomer Expos, you will not believe it. This is not just casual. When you walk in, you will see probably could be 50 to 60 exhibitors, and they're not just simple exhibitors. We have some major sponsors such as AARP and Clear Captions, and we have a little band that plays all day. We have something we call the Boomer Boys. These are I'll just tell you, they're strippers in Fort Lauderdale, but we don't let them strip all the way, but you'll love them. They're three fantastic, well-built guys who are so sweet, and they help give out prizes. The other thing that I really want to share is that you will get prizes, big time. We offer a high-definition flat-screen TV. We have cruises. We now have something new. We actually are going to be giving away, I don't know if it's only one, it might be 2, 3 days, 2 nights in Las Vegas, and with shows. You'll have to fly there yourself, but we have someone that's offering that, and that's a lot of fun. The other thing that I really want to tell you that we love is that we dedicate this to the veterans. So if you're a veteran, you'll want to come there because you will get a silver dollar. You'll get the opportunity, 10 veterans will get an opportunity to win $50 in silver dollars, which is pretty nice. It's really a very, very exciting time. So remember, it's the Boomer Times 23rd Boomer Expo Extravaganza. It's at Seminole Casino in Coconut Creek. And the date is Tuesday, January the 28th from 10 to 4. And it's in the pavilion. It is free. I didn't tell you that. It's free for all this stuff. You know, you'll get bags and bags of things that you're going to love. You're going to get to win prizes at some of the booths also. But AARP is wonderful, and they've become a major sponsor as Clear Captions. And Clear Captions they have been a sponsor of our expos for many years. And what Clear Captions is that if you don't hear so well, and your phone rings and you're not hearing that conversation, you've kind of given up on it, you don't have to. Because what it does is it prints out the words that the person's speaking. I mean, it's an incredible company. I cannot say enough good things about it. And, of course, I don't have to tell you enough about AARP. They are just fabulous. I mean, they're going to be bringing lots of things, and they do so much for the seniors, the older adults, and I'm so happy that they have become a sponsor. One thing I didn't tell you, we have the Celebrity Ziegfeld ladies, and we have, I don't know if there are about 15 of them, and they do a beautiful presentation also. So there's never a dull moment with this, and I'm just, I tell you, next time, in our next issue, this is the November issue just came out. In December, we will be also talking about some of the exhibitors, the specific exhibitors whom we will be featuring. And if you're interested in having a booth and being an exhibitor, you become a VIP exhibitor. And so that gives you a little bit of radio time. It gives you a little ad. It gives you the, beautiful booth all decorated. So all you have to do is bring your own self and bring some of your products. And we would love for you to do that. And if you want more information about being an exhibitor, I'm going to give you that right now. You will call 561-864-1101. Again, 864-1101 if you would like to be an exhibitor. And if you just want more information about attending, you can call that number also. Again, the website is boomerexpofl.com. boomerexpofl.com. Now, this is not like a lot of the little expos that you're going to, and I know they have them. This is really big. We spend a lot of money to make it almost like an extravaganza, which it is. And we have huge decorations and people, and we have this one guy does balloons where he makes them into all little animals, and he's doing that all the time. But something else I didn't tell you, I don't know why I didn't. I forgot about 007. Come meet the famous James Bond impersonator. Oh, he is so nice. And he greets everybody when you come in. So for those of you who've been there, I'm not reinventing the wheel to tell you, but for those of you who have never come, just mark this on your calendar. Tuesday, January the 28th from 10 to 4. And it's actually been voted the best Boomer Expo in South Florida. And it's with good reasons, because we're probably the only major expo that gives a big recognition ceremony for all the veterans. We see veterans from World War II. There's still many around. We see them from the Korean War, from Vietnam, and they come there, and we do give them cash. We do. And there's also that honor trip. If you're a veteran and you haven't been up to World War II, to the museum up there in Washington, they fly you up there. So that you can get when you get there also. Every hour or two, we give away about 12 or 13 prizes, many of which are silver dollars. You can walk away with 25 silver dollars or more than that. This is something that I personally love to go to. I love to meet everybody. Our staff is there. Those of you who've made calls to our office, you'll get to meet Dan and our other staff, which Chris and Marilyn and Leonie. We really love this. I mean, even though you've probably been reading our magazine, which we always feature the expo in it, it's more than that. This is a passion for all of us because you are our readership. You are the people that we do this for. You're the reason we're on the radio. It's as I said, it's not casual. This is a whole marketing industry for us, for the seniors and the baby boomers. We're always meeting lots of our advertisers. And to give you a good example, as one of the organizations that we love so much, and we talk about them, is the Faith Farm Ministries. Faith Farm Ministries, they're always there. They get to talk to you. They really like you. And then another person that's really great is John Album. John Album has the insurance, which is the United American. I've had United American for many, many years, and he's somebody that will have his sales reps there, and they do a great job. They're a very, very fine company. I will tell you a couple of other people that we always love when they're there. The Broward Health Foundation. For those of you who are looking to maybe donate money to all their hospitals in Broward Health, I'm on the foundation board, and they do an extraordinary job also. They really are. I can't even tell you all the good stuff that they do there. I mean, if you need to have emergency care or you have tiny babies and they have a beautiful infant section, I'm really always impressed with all that Broward Health does. And as a foundation member, I wish I could really do more for them. The other companies are drug companies, and they're financial companies. They are very caring about what you do and what you want. I know that Digestive Care just renewed again, and they have their doctors there. So for those of you, the one company that usually is always there, and they are so terrific, and that is the Senior Medical Associates. Now, they're one incredible company. They have all the doctors, and they have so many great cities all around that they have their medical offices in, whether it's Coconut Creek or Coral Springs or Deerfield Beach. So they're there also giving you lots of advice and information. And, Simply, this is the healthcare, Simply, and I'm just thinking about, I'm trying to remember all the people have just started to sign up, which is, I think, very, very impressive, because they want to be able to show you what they do. It's one thing that we have a magazine, and you get to read the ads and you get to read the magazine, but when you go to see live people who will say hello to you, and for instance, David Lerner, I mean, that is a big, very important financial company. You get to talk to them right in front. You're both talking to each other, and what it does for you is they're real, on paper, and we love our magazine, but paper is paper, but people are people, and you get to walk through, and we have, window companies, we have bath companies, we've had sleep companies, we have home health companies, just people who are wanting your business, but they have something to open and to share with you. So I think that's why we're so excited about our Boomer Expo. So I urge you, again, I'm just going to tell you the date. It's Tuesday, January the 28th from 10 to 4, and it's at the Seminole Casino in Coconut Creek. I'm going to give you the information. If you are wanting to be a VIP exhibitor, you'll call 561-864-1101. And if you want to just go online and look at what it looked like last time, you'll be able to see lots of people and lots of exhibitors. It's BoomerExpoFL.com. BoomerExpoFL.com. And let me see what I wanted to tell you, some other things. Also, it is free admission, free parking. And some of our exhibits are on travel. Oh, yeah, AAA is going to be there. I forgot that. AAA is there, and they always have lots of things to give away and show you. AAA is such an incredible corporation. I have been a member of AAA for, I don't know, I think it's in the 1970s. Of course, that tells my age, but I have always used AAA for so many things. And we do bring our magazines over to the AAA offices, the one in Delray Beach especially. They always have them. So if you, and then, the thing I love is when we have the entertainment. That really gets people excited. Usually around 3 o'clock is when we have those beautiful ladies with their feathered hats. And then after they perform, then we have the gorgeous guys that do a lot of dancing. So people just stand there and you can dance with them. I mean, it's great. And I know we have something else. We're having a Fred Astaire, not a competition, but we have 2 of their dancers who will come and do something. They did this last time, and it was fascinating just to watch them, their moves. And, of course, they're always hoping that someone will start taking dancing lessons, and I've seen what they can do. They do get people to dance, but that's another thing. So it's a lot of entertainment, it's a lot of fun, and I certainly hope that you will be there to enjoy all that. And so while I have you and I'm talking about you, I'd like to just share a few more things. Our Boomer Expo it's the 23rd. Now, that means that we've done 23 of these. So we know what we're doing. We used to do this at Seminole Hard Rock. And then when they were doing their expansion, they didn't have room for anyone. And so that's when we moved up to the Seminole Casino in Coconut Creek. But it's turned out that that location is better because there are now people who can come down, and they do, from Jupiter, West Palm Beach, all the way down. And then they come up, of course, from Aventura and North Miami and Fort Lauderdale and Pembroke Pines. It's kind of a middle location. It's easy to get to. There's lots of parking, and their restaurants are very good. I've been eating in that special place they have, which is the buffet. Oh, my God. You mean you could gain 100 pounds just going there one day because you just can keep going back and back and back. So the food there is lovely, and I hope that you will really decide to come. You don't have to make a reservation. You just come in, bring yourself, and there are plenty of bags there that you'll be able to carry around and fill up with whatever you want to do. Usually we have people who are doing some back rubs, and so you'll have a lot of fun, and I have to share that with you. You don't want to miss this. We do 2 a year, one in January and one in July. So this is the January one. So, okay, see you there, everybody.